So you want to solo Profound Darkness, do you? And you want to get an S rank too? Well, let's get to it then. What's up, everyone? Let's learn how to take on the Profound Darkness. First thing to consider if you want to solo PD is what class are you going to play as when you solo the Profound Darkness. I have a few options here I could pick, but PD, as you know, can do a lot of damage. So my choice is to go as Étoile.
Étoile.
Étoile?
Étoile.
Étoile?
Étoile. That means star.
Étoile, while that doesn't have the greatest damage output, it has enough damage to do the job. And you're near invincible and can survive quite a bit of attacks, which means the room for error is much bigger than if you were doing it, say, as a Phantom, who is like paper. Other options might be, you know, whatever your main is. If you're really good at playing hero, try as a hero. If you're really good as a bouncer, which is my other main besides Étoile, you know, go as bouncer. But you know, for me, I think Étoile's pretty good. As far as gear is concerned, my gear isn't the most amazing. I'm still using the 12-star OFC back, you know, with the default affixes. You know, same for the arms. I do have some 13-star legs, but no, wait a minute, where is it? Here we are. So I do have the 13-star legs that I'm using with some, you know, decent affixing on it, nothing crazy, you know. So like, you don't have to be super geared out for this, but you know, be smart. If you're dying a lot, you know, maybe push for more 13-star units, you know. But I can do fine with Étoile with this setup here. As far as weapons are concerned, I like Soaring Blade Étoile. So where's my Soaring Blades? There we go. So, you know, 7 light element, 7 affixes. You know, nothing super crazy. Augment Will, Aggressive Will. Augment Will is probably the hardest one to get, but if you don't have that, you know, Aggressive Will. I have a Luster Strike here. You know, I'm only pulling 155 extra melee on this. You know, it's not unreasonable amount here. You know, basic affixes will do it. And if you don't have, you know, Trailblazer or whatever, you come over here to print. Oop. Collection folder. Legendary 15-star collection. Look at all these 15-star weapons that I've collected and have and whatever. You know, these are totally decent. You know, if you're playing, let's just go look at Soaring Blades and compare. Where are they? Oop, here we go. Soaring Blades. You know, melee power, 2300. You know, the affixes aren't the best, but you can work with this. You know, so 2300 attack. Look at my Soaring Blades. You know, 25. So you're only 200 shy. It's not the end of the world. And hey, maybe you don't want to have to wait all the time for an urgent quest to pop up so you can practice PD. Well, that's what this is for over here. Come to the badge Emery shop. Not the exchange rising weapon badge. You want the weapon badge exchange shop 3. Scroll down. There you go. This one, Light Baron Blossom Trigger. Light is the solo. This is the non-solo. So you want this, you know, pick it up. Look, I have 114 Rising Badge 3s. If you need more, you know, they're handing out Rising Badge 4s like candy. Just go over here, exchange it for 3s. Look at how many Rising Badges I have here for 4s. You know, I can just change them all to 3s, get a ton of that. And if I have 5s, I have 3,000 5s. And 5s will turn into 4 Rising Weapon Badge 3s. So, you know, 2 of these equals 1 trigger. So you can... I'm not good at math, but I think that's about 1,500 attempts I could do if I really wanted to. Speaking of attempts, maybe you don't want to waste a lot of time in solo. So, pick some friends, do the 12-man. The 12-man is really good practice for the solo. If you're dying a lot in the 12-man, you're going to die a lot in the solo. And no one's going to be there to res you in the solo. So, get your practice in the 12-man. So that way, when you go to the solo, you're not going to be, surprised by anything there. Because no one's going to be able to res you. The only thing you have to res yourself would be a half-scape doll. Or if you want to waste money, a full-scape doll, which I would not recommend. You can use a half-scape doll. I think that is totally acceptable. If you get caught out in, late into the PD phase. But, don't waste money on full-scape dolls. I think that's a total waste. Alright, let's talk about drinks. Now, when you go into the trigger or quest, you can always pick up a drink. If you're on premium, I would always recommend picking up the premium 2 drink. If you don't, then ZX is going to get you there. You can probably pick up a couple and see if you get better effects. But watch out for which drink you pick. I'm an Etoile, so I'm already pretty tanky, and I actually need a little help with damage. So I like Shifta. I think you should aim to try to get this done with Shifta as often as possible. If you are shooting for S rank, the clock is your enemy. You want to be able to take things down as fast as possible. But if you're starting this, and your goal shouldn't be to immediately hit S rank. Your goal should be just to finish solo PD. So if you're dying a lot, hey, get the D-band drink, get the guts drink. These will help you stay alive longer. So you can practice with these. Start getting it down, and then graduate to the Shifta drink. So with that out of the way, let's talk about the fight itself. So before you get to Profound Darkness, you're going to have to go through Gemini. It's a pretty straightforward fight. You just gotta take out his towers before attacking his core. But when he starts out, he's going to shoot these lasers at you. So either take some range attacks like I do here, or just dodge or guard through that. You should be fine. And since the towers are always in pairs, after you take one out, the other one you need to take out is directly opposite of the first one. So just dash to the other side however you want and get going. When Gemini spins around, it's going to confuse you, but these neon lights make it really easy to figure out where you need to go next. And once you take out 2 towers, the core will be exposed and you can start hammering at it. Here I messed up and I started charging a full contact, but luckily the tower, it's exploded right next to it and I can just take it out with the full contact. At this point, Gemini's going to spawn some cars. You want to avoid them because they'll do damage to you if they hit you, and this goo will inflict panic, which messes up your directional abilities. Some soul atomizers can fix that, but you really want to stay out of it because that's a real easy way to get one-shotted to death. Don't be afraid to run away from them if you need to. After taking out 4 towers, Gemini is going to do a flyby attack. If you look on the ground, you can see which direction Gemini is going to be flying from, as well as his attack range. So people run away like I did here, just get out of the attack zone, or see when he's coming and dodge or parry accordingly. After the flyby attack, he's going to set up in this wall formation. It should not be difficult to get behind the wall and just start attacking the towers. There are also gaps in the wall if you get stuck far away and can't get behind the wall before it spawns. Should not be an issue here, but the wall will kill you if it hits you, so you want to avoid it. After taking out the last 2 towers, you'll get a free shot at the core. And then the core will respawn again with a ton of cars. These cars are the ones that are most likely going to kill you on Gemini if you're not careful. So I'm going to freeze it here so we can talk about it a bit more. So in this particular instance, I am hovering over the area so the cars don't hit me. But another strategy would be to run away, lure the cars away until they explode, and then come back and finish off the core. That way you don't get hit. The cars will inflict panic on you, which would be very bad for this next section, which is when Gemini does another flyby attack. Speaking of which, look at my health and mana here. Not good. And Gemini's about to do a one-shot attack, so watch how I handle this. Yep, I saw I wasn't going to make it, so I did a twirl guard. Was right in the middle of the second attack, so I did another guard and then ran to the edge. Point is, don't let yourself get caught out. Always have a backup plan. Anyway, after he took his second flyby, he's going to spawn this spinny wall thing. If you have a mobile attack, just follow out the core around while attacking it. And if you don't, look for the gaps in the wall so you can be stationary and shoot without getting hit by the wall. And boom, that's Gemini. You should be aiming for a 3-minute to 3.5-minute Gemini. Anything longer than that and you're probably not going to get an S rank. Remember, you need to beat Profound Darkness in under 12 minutes for an S rank. And unfortunately, all these cutscenes eat into your time. So as soon as you spawn in, run up to this thing, hit the button, and just go. If you need to heal, you can do that after you hit the button. While Henry is talking here, let me just say that the strategy for PD is going to be a little bit different than in 12-man. Here, you want to push phases as fast as possible, whereas in normal PD, you might want to wait a second before you push a phase so you can smash more breakable parts. On the topic of breakable parts, prioritize which ones you go after first. The claw, the grabby claw that can one-shot you, should probably be a high priority for you. I also tend to target the ones that shoot lasers and stuff because those can do a lot of damage really quickly if you're not careful. Anyway, Profound Darkness shows up. He's going to do some flying around and expose the grabby claw. So I'm just going to do a full contact here, try to smash the grabby claw. Boom, smashed. As soon as you smash one piece, move on to another piece. You don't want to keep attacking pieces that are already smashed. Your goal here is to smash 3 pieces as quickly as possible. So here I take out this eyeball thingy that stuns you. The stun can be very annoying, it prevents you from dodging. It also has an effect of reducing your maximum health, so good to do that. If you don't already know, if you smash one of these pieces, it drastically lowers its offensive ability. The grabby claw, when smashed, will no longer put up walls or be able to one-shot you. The eyeball thing will no longer be able to stun you, etc. So there we go. After you kill 3 breakable parts, you'll see Profound Darkness flinch. He'll move away and then come back. And then he'll spawn all these little flying things, which I should be attacking right now, but I'm tunnel visioning on that breakable part, so I didn't. But yeah, here are these flying things. Run around, smash them. This should be your top priority when they come out, because after you smash all of these little flying eyeballs, it will expose Profound Darkness's core. And you want to damage the core as much as possible to push it to the next phase. Boom, full contact of the core. We change the background from black to white. Again, I'm going to prioritize this grabby claw here because it's the most dangerous of all the things that are exposed. As soon as it breaks, go on to the next piece. These red walls can limit your mobility and stuff, so you might be careful to where they're placed, make sure you don't get caught out. I'm going to freeze it right here because this is another one of Profound Darkness's big moves. He's going to power up this big laser sword thing and slash across the stage 1, 2, or 3 times. So you should be prepared for 3 all the time, because if you block 1 and then the other 2 kill you, it's still not good. So just always assume there's going to be 3. If there's less than 3, then you're better off, right? You can either block this, guard it, parry it, or just jump over it. All work at avoiding this. And on that topic, whenever Profound Darkness flies around, you always want to try to keep an eye on him. See, he's flying around right now. I'm keeping an eye. As soon as these red targets show up on the ground, I know he's doing the ground assault maneuver, so I can avoid it. But, sometimes he might do a flyby attack. He might do the sword power-up, so you always want to keep your eyes on Profound Darkness. In this particular battle, he didn't actually do the flyby attack, so I'm going to cut away to another battle I had with him to show you how that works. Boom, flies by once, and boom, flies by a second time. He will always do 2 flybys when he does the flyby attack. The attack takes over the entire stage, you cannot jump over it, so your only options are to guard or dodge through it. Anyway, with that out of the way, let's get back to the fight. Going to go after a couple more breakable parts here. Do a lot of blocking there on those orbs. A whiff full contact will happen there, which is unfortunate. Alright, with that full contact, we've smashed 3 more breakable parts, so the eyeballs are going to come back out again. I decided to hit this eyeball for no reason whatsoever, but then here we go. Smash these eyeballs, because we want to expose the core. It's also worth mentioning that if you don't smash all these eyeballs in time, Profound Darkness will do like this huge laser beam attack. It does a lot of damage, so it's in your best interest to always go for that. So boom, full contact on the core, and then hit it as much more as we can. At this point, we should be pushing to the next phase. You should only need to hit the core twice to push to the next phase. If you need more than 2 times, you are not doing enough damage. Either need to upgrade your weapon or get a shift boost or something. Anyways, for the next phase, he's going to spawn the eyeballs again. You need to hit these eyeballs while avoiding him smashing down on you. Because once you hit all those eyeballs, it's going to expose his eyeball core. And I'm just going to smash it here. If you have a range attack, it's really good because he pulls away for a bit, so I use that here. When his head comes down, full contact. Another strategy here would be to use full contact on the eyeball to smash it as fast as possible. That way he doesn't do as much damage to you, but that means he limits your damage on his head. And damage to the head is what you're primarily going for here to kill him. Alright, here I am low on health, I get caught out by a smash, and I am low on mana, so I'm going to use my Étoile ability to heal myself and restore my mana. Really useful, that one. Okay, once again, smash all these, get the eyeball again, charge up a full contact, boom, hit the head. You really want to do as much damage to the head as quickly as possible, because that's what's going to push him into the next phase. So it should take about 3 of these rotations with the eyeballs to push to the next phase. If it takes more than that, again, you're not doing enough damage. The tricky part with this is not dying to him slamming down on you while taking out the eyeballs. So I'm an Étoile, I can kind of tank some of it. If you're more fragile, you're going to want to probably stay to the edge and pay more attention to his slams. Maybe even dodge all the slams before you consider taking out the eyeballs. One more full contact here. Important thing here is you notice I'm saving some gauge for this next bit, because up next is what I like to call the mirror match. The mirror match is a DPS check, so you're going to want to use whatever abilities you can to do as much damage as quickly as possible. So I'm here and use a full contact right here, boom, and then we're going to pause about here to talk about these red circles on the floor. So these red circles, this mirror will shoot down lasers, which will stun you, and you really want to avoid those because 1, if you're stunned, you can't damage, and 2, if you're stunned, you can't dodge. So anytime you see those, you really want to move out of the way. If you're a stationary class, rip, but you've got to get out of those circles. Right here, you're copy is spawning this massive sword. It's actually pretty easy to dodge. You just need to get behind him and can't hit you. Now, if you don't do enough damage, this thing will kill you. There are ways to like iframe through it or use a photon blast so it can't kill you. But if you do that, your next phase is going to be rough and you're almost certainly not going to get S rank at that point. But doing the DPS check will cause this eye core to be exposed, and then you can just come up to it and start smashing the crap out of it. If you miss the DPS check, you're going to have to take out the eyeballs to expose the core first, and it's basically just like doing the pre-mirror match mode again. You're just going to do as much damage as you can to this eyeball core. Boom, once it's smashed, that will give you one last shot at his true core, which is his head. I just do a half contact there. And Profound Darkness is dead in under 11 minutes. Again, you need to target for 12 minutes to get S rank. Don't worry if you don't get S rank immediately. Your first goal should be to just beat Profound Darkness. If you can consistently solo Profound Darkness, even if you're getting B or A rank, at that point then it's just cleaning up mechanics and speeding things up and maybe improving your gear. And then you'll be able to move your way up into S rank. And there you have it. Congratulations. You have defeated Profound Darkness. As you can see, we did it in 10 minutes, 48 seconds, which gives us an S rank. Beautiful, beautiful S rank. And for all your trouble and all that hard work, one ultimate booster. That's your prize. That's why we went through all this trouble. Anyway, that's going to do it for Profound Darkness. I hope you found this useful. If not, then, oh well, you're already a pro at the game. I'm going to take this moment to plug my Twitch. Twitch TV/ZeroMercury if you want to check me out there. And if you have any other comments or questions, feel free to leave them down below. Until next time, guys, happy hunting.